Hello everyone. Guys, in today's session, we will see that how to configure Nagios server installation and configuration. After that, how to add the Nagios nodes to Nagios server. So before that, what is Nagios? Nagios is a open source monitoring tool. It using for to get the alerts for alerting system. So alerting system mean just wait. I'll show you that one small diagram. Yes. Serious. These are the servers. Generally, we are using different servers. For example, what is this? For example, build server. Next, okay, test server. Like there are so many servers we are having that in the environment. Test server, like this, DB server, database servers like that we are having. Okay. Next, production server. In production server we are having like so many product server like this in our environment. In real time we are using number of servers. For example, this server, is it working or not? Is it in live or not? I mean that it's power on or not? Is it working or not? Yes, is it is this server is how much it's consumed RAM, disk space, networking. Okay, like that. If we want to monitor this hardware information, and for example, in this server we have installed one application. Okay, maybe yes, for that HTTP or Nginx or something, that is the service is working or not fine. We can't monitor no, individually. We can't check that no every time. For these four servers, no problem. We can, but in industry level, in product level, business level, or in real time, we are having hundreds of servers. That's time. It's not possible to monitor individually. So that reason, what we are doing that. So we are going to configuring monitoring configuration. That is, here we are using Nagios. Nagios is the open source monitoring tool. Nagios open source monitoring tool. So by this Nagios tool, this is the software. Here we are going to installing enterprise is there and core is there. We can install it, and XI. We can use this software. By this Nagios software, what we are doing that we are going to installing plugins in this mission. We are going to installing plugins in this mission. After we need to install the plugins, NRPA plugins in this site inside this mission. After installing that, we are integrating to this Nagios server. So here also we are going to installing NRPA plugins. After installing that, automatically this server comes into this location. It means that this Nagios server you get the details about this server. We need to configure, we need to add the server details inside this one server file. After adding, if we restart the Nagios service, automatically this server will connect to this Nagios server. From there, this Nagios server will monitor on this server. It will monitor about this one. Yes, if the server is going down, or if the application is going down, or the RAM is consumed, disk space is full, we are going to write in some metrics that's calling as a thresholds. We are going to write in thresholds inside this mission about this one. Whenever it's reached that whatever we have given the thresholds, automatically this will pass the message to this one. We will get that alerts. Okay, this is the process. Now what we are doing that we are going to configure this Nagios server and nodes configuration. These are calling as a nodes, Nagios nodes, and this is calling as a Nagios server. So first we should have Nagios one server, either VM or physical server or virtual server or EC2 instance or Docker container. Anyone you can use this one. We need to install first we need to choose one. After that we need to install the required software inside this machine. Now let me show you that how to install and configure. And before that, how it works. So it works like that. It's having that monitoring, alerting, virtualization, performance graphs, and extensibility, configuration management. By this Nagios server, we can configuration management we can see, extensibility we can see that, performance graphs also we can see that, and virtualization we can see, alerting, monitoring. So by monitoring what we can, yes, this Nagios software or this tool providing that to monitor entire host, whatever this all are calling as a host. These missions are calling as a host missions. So we can monitor this host, whatever we have installed and configured. Yes, we can check that hardware resources information. We can monitor hardware resources and we can monitor software resources. Software resources, for example, if I have installed one service related to Nginx or HTTP or MySQL services or any kind of database services, we are installing. After that, we are adding these services into this Nagios server. From there, after configuring that, Nagios it will concentrate or it will look on this server. So what is it doing that? Is it in trouble, or is it consumed disk space, or RAM is consumed, or network consumed, or processor consumed, or what is it? Yes, is it the software is service working or not, or the yes entire server is working or not? Yes, we will monitor like this. Okay, so we can monitor and we will get the alerts also. We can get the notifications to mobile, to mail. We can configure inside this one. Okay. Next, Nagios providing that virtualization. It offers web interfaces and the dashboards. Yes, we can monitor about these servers on this server with the web interface. We can monitor like that, and we can get the performance graphs also based on that historical data, helping administrations analyzing trends and identity patterns. Like that, we can get the details. We can analyze by using performance graph also. Okay, guys. So how it works, the process. If we want to see, let me show you that. Yes. See, guys. Yes, here we are having this one more. So what is this one? Yes, we are going to configuring process scheduling. Process schedulers. Yes, we are going to configure. Okay. Next. So this structure, this is the first part. This is the first part. Here it is a scheduler executes plugin. Here what we are doing, that we are going to installing some plugins. Scheduler plugins we are going to installing. Executes plugins is a part one. Set one. Okay. So next. So inside this, it's calling as a Nagios server. In this Nagios server, this is the Nagios server. So this entire part, it's just we can just naming that Nagios server. Just Nagios server. So here is next. So here what we are having plugins. We are going to installing plugins related to services. We are going to installing plugins. We are going to installing plugins. Finish. What the plugins will do? Plugins will send the data to Nagios to process. Plugins will send the data. It's a part 3. Yes. Plugins sends the data to Nagios server to process. Plugins are interfaces in between host missions and this Nagios server. So next, yes, it's calling this. Yes. Remote host missions. Remote host missions. Host missions are servers we can. For example, here we are having no figures like DB server, test server, production server, source code management server, repository management. Like there's so many we are having that environment. In the environment, we are having different servers with load balancing also. Okay, so these all are under okay nodes. We are calling as a nodes or host mission. Okay, yes. So what they will do is by the plugins is this Nagios will collect the information from host missions and it will send the restrictions, conditions. So based on its requirement, based on whatever we have configured services and all by the installing plugins, yes, Nagios server will send the request to get the information from this host machine. After getting that information, it will post into the dashboard. We'll see in the dashboard. Okay. Yes. As a user, what we are doing that we are going to see. This is the user place. Okay. User Nagios web interface. By using Nagios web interface, we are going to accessing or monitoring this entire process. Okay, yes. It's calling as a Nagios web interface. Updates, GUI, and the notifications. We'll see that how we will get that notifications. Okay. Next. Yes, what is this one? This one. This one. Plugins gets status. Gets status from the remote host. Remote host. So we are going to installing plugins here, NRPA plugins. At the same time, we are going to installing plugins here also. Those plugins will communicate each other. Each other mean to remote mission to this Nagios server to remote host mission. We are going to installing plugins in both missions. After installing, we are going to configuring some steps inside this Nagios server and the Nagios host mission. So after configuring that, if you restart the service in both missions, automatically these two missions will come into the network communication process. After communicating, yes, we can see the entire process in the web interface. We'll see that how we will configure and everything there. Okay, is coming to part one here. The part one. This is the one. Yes. Next coming to yes. Here we are going to installing plugins. Okay. Next three plugins. Here also we are going to installing plugins, and those plugins will get okay. Next fourth one. This one. Finally, we will get alerts. Everything we will see from here. We will monitor and we will get updates to web. Okay. So next here communication. from the Nagios server to this interface to browser web interface. We need to install these plugins also, or install and configure these web interface services also. It's the process. This is the complete structure Nagios configuration. In this process, what we should have that yes, we should have one Nagios server. Yes, already. So I have a server here. So we need to be install all required softwares and it need to be configured inside this mission. So I am treating these all missions. After that, whatever we are having that infrastructure, CI/CD server, Docker, dev environment, Jenkins, like this all are undercome post missions. I'm treating as a post missions. Of course, in real time also, these all are undercome now Nagios node missions or Nagios remote missions or post missions. So which we are calling post missions. See guys, remote post missions. These all are undercome post missions. We need to install some plugins inside this environment, inside these servers. After that, we need to add these server details into this Nagios server file. After that, we need to restart the services in both missions. Then automatically those servers communicate with each other. Okay, guys, that's the process. We will see that practically. We will see in the next session. Thank you, guys.